Greetings from the Arcturians and Arcturian 144 here. I am getting messages. I keep getting messages. So I'm just going to keep recording them. I'm being asked by the Arcturians to record a message for President Trump because President Trump is feeling trapped with this Iran war. He's feeling trapped with Iran at this point, and even he wants to hear from me at this point because he's feeling trapped with Iran and this Iran war situation. I'm also getting that the French president, President Macron, is also panicking behind the scenes at this point to do with, this whole Iran-Israel war and Strait of Hormuz hostage situation, Iran holding the Strait of Hormuz hostage. So even the French president, President Macron, is panicking about that behind the scenes, is what I'm getting. So what do you want from me, President Trump? What is it that you want from me? I'm also getting French president, President Macron. What do you want from me? What do you want from us, President Trump and President Macron? I mean, you're going to have to reach out, come connect with me. If you want my help and if you want our help and assistance, and if you want galactic assistance, your star family's assistance through me. If you want that and if you need that, I am their human representative here on planet Earth. I am the galactic representative here on planet Earth. I've said this before. I've told you all this before. So you're going to have to reach out to me and you're going to have to come connect with me. And don't worry, I'll be gentle. I can be gentle when I need to. Well, actually, I usually am gentle. But, if I have to be in the opposite energy of that, if and when that's needed and necessary, then I have to be in the opposite energy of that. But usually I am pretty soft and gentle. That's my real true nature. I'm soft and I'm gentle and I'm soft spoken as well. Usually, for the most part. Unless, well, there's a need and a necessity for me to be the opposite. So usually I'm gentle and I'm soft spoken, like I'm talking to you right now. So if you need me, if you need us, you know where to find me, and you know where to find the galactics and your star families and galactic assistance. If you need their assistance, you're gonna have to come to me. It's as simple as that. Iran will not surrender. Iran will actually double down and even triple down and even quadruple down at this point. I said this before in a previous video talking about Iran, that they are in their grieving process and they are in revenge mode right now. And, I was just coming across the news that, well, I guess it was just, on my YouTube feed. I didn't actually click on news videos and watch the news videos, but I can see that Ali Khamenei's funeral, that just happened. So, it's refreshed their memory of his assassination. and his family's assassination as well. It's like, and of course, what's been done to his son, Mujtaba Khamenei, because, that attack has left him disabled as well. So, yeah, and then I was, one of the news videos and, that I saw or noticed on my YouTube feed. And the, title of the video, the headline was actually saying what I've already said in one of my previous videos, that, Iran wants revenge. And of course, they've been threatening President Trump's life, and they're still threatening President Trump's life. And I think even that, I said in one of my previous videos, going back a bit, that they have put a bounty on President Trump. So that's why the assassination attempts on President Trump's life, that's why all the assassination attempts on President Trump's life. So yeah, that's what's happening, because, well, you assassinated Ali Khamenei, now they want to assassinate you. You're watching, so I'm talking to you, President Trump. It's as simple as that for them. It's like eye for an eye for them, for Iran. You assassinated their leader, you killed their leader in cold blood, and now they want to assassinate you. They want to kill you. They want you dead too, President Trump. Eye for an eye is what Iran wants. They are still in revenge mode, as I've already said, as I was already predicting, because they're still in their human emotions. That's what happens. That's why we were talking to you last year, and I was talking to you last year, and the Galactics and your star family, the Arcturians, were talking to you last year through me, and we were trying our best to stop you from doing that, to stop you from trying to do a regime change in Iran, to stop you from assassinating Ali Khamenei, to stop you from attacking Iran. And now, and we were using we will give you a heart attack and put you in a hospital in a coma if you attack Iran. We were using that as a deterrent. And it worked for a while last year. But obviously, when God actually spared you, and the Arcturians actually spared you from that, because God is merciful, right? So God kept extending your rope and did not give you a heart attack, did not put you in a hospital in a coma. God kept extending your rope. God kept giving you chance after chance and more time to see if you would come around and if you would do the right thing. But you took that as God's weakness, or you took that as weakness on God's part, on the Arcturians' part. That's your star family too. And you went ahead with it. You went ahead with attacking Iran, trying to do a regime change in Iran by assassinating Ali Khamenei, because we didn't give you a heart attack and put you in a hospital in a coma. So you thought, oh, well, you're clear. You thought you're in the clear, that it won't happen to you. We were using that as a deterrent last year, but oh well. And as I said, it did work for a while with you, but then when it didn't happen, then you went ahead and did what you did and what you've been doing this year. You went ahead and attacked Iran again, and you went ahead and assassinated Ali Khamenei. And, you went ahead with the regime change in Iran by assassinating Ali Khamenei. But even that didn't work because there is no regime change. His son has succeeded him. So there's no regime change. You've just made things worse for you, President Trump. And that's why you're feeling trapped at this point when it comes to Iran. And when it comes to Prime Minister Netanyahu even, I see. That's what I just got. Again, this is all I can say, and this is all we can say, because the Arcturians are letting me know I'm channeling their message. So they're talking to you through me right now, as they have been. But the Arcturians, your star family, our star family, because I'm an Arcturian too. You know that. And I've told you, you're an Arcturian too. So is the French president, President Macron, and so are others that I've been talking to here, other politicians, and even, top celebrities that I've been talking to here, Bollywood celebrities. But anyway, they're saying that the Arcturians are saying that if you want to negotiate peace with Iran, you're going to have to bring me in, and you're going to have to bring the galactic angle in. If you want to have any kind of impact on Iran, where they would actually have to sit down and listen and negotiate, you're going to have to bring me into the picture. You're going to have to bring the galactics into the picture. It's as simple as that. Otherwise, this will continue and I know how much longer this could go on as well. It could, very well continue even after you are overthrown in the upcoming midterms in November, President Trump. This could continue long after that. The Strait of Hormuz crisis. And as I said, even the French president, President Macron, wants to know, when is all this going to end? When the Iran-Israel-US war going to end? But in particular, when the Strait of Hormuz hostage situation, Iran holding the Strait of Hormuz hostage, when is that going to end? And I told him in a previous video recently too, I know the answer to that. I've been given the answer to that. But again, you're going to have to come to me. You're going to have to reach out, connect with me, and then we can talk about all of it. And in terms of, peace negotiations with Iran and bringing Iran to the table to have a sit down with Iran to negotiate peace, you're going to have to reach out to me. You're going to have to bring me into the situation. You are going to have to bring in the galactics too, with me and through me. That's the only thing that will work with Iran at this point, because you shouldn't have assassinated their supreme leader. You shouldn't have assassinated Ali Khamenei. That was a very big mistake on your part, President Trump. And of course, you did it on the behest of Prime Minister Netanyahu, but seriously, did any other US president go that far when it comes to Israel and when it comes to, Prime Minister Netanyahu before you? No. And there was a reason for that. There was a good reason for that. And now you can see why. Because you went that far with Prime Minister Netanyahu. You took your chances with Prime Minister Netanyahu, and these are the consequences. for the entire world. I'm getting that's enough for now. So if we want to talk more, then I shall post another video message. But for now, take care, stay safe if you can. Over and out.